Dan Bongino and Kash Patel have been talking about Epstein for years, and now that they're in charge of the FBI, they're saying that there is nothing.
This is a montage of the changing stories on Jeffrey Epstein. Enjoy.
Bill Clinton.
Nice guy. Got a lot of problems coming up, in my opinion, with the famous island with Jeffrey Epstein.
That island was really a cesspool. There's no question about it.
He talked about it all the time.
Prince Andrew.
You say that the FBI has Epstein's list. They're sitting on it. That doesn't seem like something you should do. You're protecting the world's foremost predator. That seems like an evil thing to do, regardless of who may be embarrassed in the release of that list. Why is the FBI protecting the greatest in human history?
Simple, because of who's on that list.
Who killed Jeffrey Epstein?
This doesn't look right. It doesn't look like a...
You know, Epstein's an intelligence asset for people in the Middle East, right? I'm like, no, I didn't know that. I'm like, you sure that? The person, let's say, is like, I'm absolutely sure of that. His plane in that island, the cameras, there's a big assumption out there that these videotapes were exclusively in the custody of Epstein. That's
for years. Like, we're only 1 minute in. For years, they have been saying this stuff. It's wild. They're like, nothing to see here now. Isn't that wild? Of course, everyone's going to have, like, of course, people are upset.
A huge mistake. The reason they wanted this story to go away is because there's an assumption like, oh yeah, Epstein had him. No, he wasn't the only one who had him, according to this source. These assets, that's why this blackmail story makes so much sense.
There are a lot of people who are knee deep in the Washington swamp who are not telling you the truth about serious allegations out there that Epstein may have had video and audio of people out there doing things they shouldn't have been doing. And you should be asking yourself the question, how is it that all these people, the CIA director, the Obama fixer, Bill Clinton, all intersected paths with Jeffrey Epstein? Jeffrey Epstein isn't with us anymore, and nobody seems to want to talk about it.
Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
That was
I guess I would.
What was that hesitation? What?
I think that less so because, you know, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would, or at least
Do you think that would restore trust? Help restore trust?
Yeah, I don't know about Epstein so much as I do the others. Certainly about the way he died. It would be interesting to find out what happened there because that was a weird situation and the cameras didn't happen to be working, et cetera, et cetera.
I want to talk to you about the Epstein case. I have worked on this for years, trying to get those records of who flew on Epstein's plane and who helped him build this international human trafficking ring.
Absolutely, Senator. Child trafficking has no place in the United States of America, and I will do everything, if confirmed as FBI director, to make sure the American public knows the full weight of what happened in the past.
Release the list.
These guys, like, Trump got elected off of this. Everyone was very supportive of Kash Patel and Bongino because of this. Becoming, you know, the FBI director and assistant FBI director, you know, and if maybe they actually, like, you know, I don't know, believed this but didn't know, isn't that still irresponsible to just like blatantly say all this? And even if you didn't know, like, they said that they knew the entire time, like, so hardcore. This is why when I'm talking about things like the Epstein thing where he died, it's at the end of the day, I don't fucking know. Like, it seems like he could have done it to himself. Okay. But like, there's a lot of other weird evidence that, you know, and interesting coincidences that happened as well. And it makes me question the whole thing. So instead of declaring, I know, I say, I don't fucking know, because that's the truth. I don't fucking know. These guys, I'm assuming maybe they didn't fucking know anything. If they did know something and they knew stuff and then now they're in the FBI and now they're saying there's nothing to see here, that's bad. But if they didn't know anything, they didn't know shit, and they're declaring this entire time that these things are facts, they deserve to get shit on for that, straight up.
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list. That is an important thing.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review.
A lot of people are wondering, because you said last week that...
She says it multiple times. She said this so many times. I'm so glad Coffeezilla put this together.
You have the Epstein files on your desk. When can we see them, and what's taking so long to release them?
I do. Jesse, there are well over, this will make you sick, 200 victims. 200. So we have, well over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity is protected. Other than that, I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released. There are tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children or child.
What kind? Are we going to see who was on the flights?
Even Bondi has been hyping it up. You can't sit here and hype it up to keep it, like, I don't know, are they hyping everyone up to keep us all excited about Trump? Is that what they're doing? You can't like hype it up and then have a nothing burger when it comes time to deliver. You can't do that.
Are we going to see any evidence from what he recorded? Because he had all of his homes wired with recording devices.
Yeah, what you're going to see, hopefully tomorrow, is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information, but
and we got nothing. Why do you keep saying that? You're gonna get this. You're gonna get this. You're gonna get this. There's nothing.
It's pretty sick what that man did.
Okay, well,
along with his co-defendant.
Absolutely, and he had help. That's for sure.
He sure did.
But in this case, in Epstein's case, it is incredibly disturbing. We have flight logs. We have information, names.
She's using an AI filter on her face.
Is it going to be?
Look at this. It's glitching. Am I crazy? Or is this an AI filter on her face? Look.
And he had help. That's for sure.
He sure did.
But in this case, in Epstein's case, it is incredibly disturbing. We have flight logs. We have information, names.
Do you see her face like moving, all jittering?
That will come out.
Is it going to be shocking?
I don't see how it's not shocking.
Bro, that looks like an AI filter. Bitch, just put on makeup. What? Lazy. She probably has no pants on.
There were so many individuals that were hidden.
To be fair, I'm wearing shorts.
And kept secret and not been held accountable.
Flight logs tied to accused trafficker Jeffrey Epstein have been released to some conservative political commentators. They walked out of the White House holding binders labeled the Epstein files.
There was an expectation that this was going to be bigger. You had the same expectation.
We all did. And the FBI handed over a couple hundred pages of documents. But, you know, Sean, I gave them a deadline of Friday at 8 a.m. to get us everything. And a source had told me where the documents were being kept. Southern District of New York, shock. So we got them all by, hopefully all of them, Friday at 8 a.m. Thousands of pages of documents. I
want you guys to be honest. Let me know. Do you think that it's possible that there's nothing there because it got destroyed before Trump and his people got there? That seems like that's one of the I think that could be possible. Or, I mean, also be honest, how many of you think that Trump or somebody close to Trump is involved and it's being suppressed? I don't know, dude. I hate to say that, you know? I hate to say it. It sucks saying that, but we have to be honest.
The FBI going through them, and Kash is also, now that we have Kash here, it's a game changer, of course. And, you know, we're going to go through it as fast as we can, but go through it very cautiously to protect all the victims of Epstein.
Now, is that the only thing that would be redacted? Will everything else be made public?
It's always about protecting the victim. But you know what? We believe in transparency, and America has the right to know.
What we know is that this was a large network.
America has the right to know. We don't get to know. Isn't that funny? What the fuck, man? This pisses me off. This is one of those things like, hey, you know what? I like a lot of things Trump does, but this pisses me off.
Of high-profile, high-dollar predators who abused untold numbers of minors. Only one person has been prosecuted for these crimes, and that is Ghislaine Maxwell.
If there was a video of some guy or gal committing felonies on an island and I'm in charge, don't you think you'd see it?
If you have access to it.
If I have it, period.
Right.
If I have it.
Right. If you have it.
Right.
But you can't say that you have it.
No, we're giving you everything we have.
So far.
Everything we have so far is.
Have you guys gone over all the video that's available?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That's what takes so much damn time.
Did Jeffrey Epstein himself, or did somebody kill him?
It's like a completely different person. Kash Patel here is like a completely different person. He gets in there and now he's a different person. What happened? What happened to, like, I know all of this. This is for sure.
Have you guys gone over all the video that's available?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That's what takes so much damn time.
Did Jeffrey Epstein himself, or did somebody kill him?
Senator, I believe he hung himself in a cell in the Metropolitan Detention Center.
Are you going to release all the information about that?
Senator, we are working through that right now with the Department of Justice.
You said Jeffrey Epstein committed. People don't believe it.
Well, I mean, listen, they have a right to their opinion, but as someone who has worked as a public defender, as a prosecutor, who's been in that prison system, who's been in the Metropolitan Detention Center, who's been in segregated housing, you know a side when you see one, and that's what that was.
You want me to? I've seen the whole file.
The Epstein files. What's the answer to that?
The answer to that.
I've made my position clear on this. I think that it's very possible that Epstein did. Okay, like it makes so much more sense and it's easier if that happened, right? Occam's razor kind of thing. But it's possible something shady happened, because I also believe that there is a list. I believe that there's a list. There's a lot of incriminating stuff. There's high-profile people on it, and they're not releasing it. I believe that both are true. So but that's me. That's just me, because it makes so much sense. Like, you know, I mean, the dude doesn't want to take accountability. You know, like it's a pretty shameful crime. He did some bad things to a bunch of very young people, and you know, instead of face the consequences, he just pussied out. That's what I think happened. I mean, honestly, okay, no one was looking. Roommate wasn't there. He's free to do it. So I think that both are true, but that's me. I could be wrong. You know, that I don't say I like 100% certainty. I still think there's the possibility that is all orchestrated, but I believe personally more likely that he did it himself to avoid consequences, maybe other things as well. But I also think that there's a list of people that they are suppressing.
That is the same as everything else. I'm not going to withhold information from the American public ever, but I'm also not going to rush to get it out there in a format in which they can't rely on it. So on the Epstein matter or any other matters, we are diligently working on that. And it takes time to go through years of investigations, years of political maneuvering, and years of cover-up to get the American people what they deserve. And that's what I'm going to give them. And you're going to get the video of the cell, and you're going to see for yourself.
We do have video. It's not the greatest video in the world. I don't want to set expectations on fire. However, the video does show in that specific block that he goes in, made a phone call. You'll see 12 hours of guards going to basically check on him, come back. You'll see no one really comes out in that bay, in that area, than him. There's no one in there. When you combine that with the other evidence where we will be releasing in the coming weeks, we're still finalizing some of the products. I think it's pretty clear.
Overnight, the FBI...
Bro, it's not clear. This is not clear. You're reaching if you think people are going to accept this video. We've seen the video. We can't see anything.
Justice Department releasing 11 hours of footage they say helps confirm notorious financier Jeffrey Epstein died by suicide in his Manhattan jail cell in 2019. But perhaps the biggest bombshell, investigators say they found no incriminating client list of Epstein's, no credible evidence that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals, and no evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties.
I say bullshit on that one. Bullshit! That's where I call bullshit.
Allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency.
This was such
so
a bad.
Could you resolve
so
whether
bad.
or not he did? And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night of the set?
Yeah, sure. If
Pam, could I just interrupt for 1 second?
Oh, no.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
So
this guy's
bad.
been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable.
No.
Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean,
Yes, we want to waste the fucking time, bro. You literally hyped this up. You can't like pretend like we're not hyped up on this anymore.
Can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy
Don't give a
with
we
what
want the
happened
Epstein
in
while
Texas.
tragedy
It
is
just
bad.
seems like a desecration